Enlightened Mystic Essentials, and today we are going to look at how the karmic partner, the wife, the girlfriend, the long-standing girlfriend, boyfriend, uh, the baby's mama, baby's daddy, how they feel about the divine feminine. And then you know what? I started to say, you know what? I really don't care, but the thing about it is this. You have another message. When I say you've been having messages, you got two so far. But the thing about it is when you have someone coming at you in the spiritual realm, dealing in darkness, it's best for you to know than not to know, correct? And if you looked at how the divine masculine views the karmic at this time, remember the last card was about the karmic saying that they are the queen of the world. And remember, she had that white kind of invisible spear. And remember, I told you about she uses that to keep others away from the divine masculine. So, I mean, those are the things that you want to know about, right? So this is how it's going to go. We're going to get energies, yeah? Because everything holds energies. Then we're going to see the situation about these energies towards the divine feminine. Then we're going to see what the darkness is around these energies and situations. Then we're going to see what are the thoughts, the actions, and the emotions of that karmic towards the divine feminine. And then, of course, you know, we're going to break everything down, right? So let me clear this board, and then we getting ready to go over the two cards that came out of the 5 decks that I'm using today, right? So the first card out, we have sacrifice, and this is the darkness that is dwelling from the karmic towards the divine feminine. What is sacrifice? Sacrifice is a card of 7. Now I've been telling everybody to look at the Libra energy and the Sagittarius energies. Libra is coming in full moon in the middle of April. I'm gonna say May. And Sagittarius is about that action, that drive, or that focus. You know, what do you focus on? What is that driving point? A lot of the information that was coming out in the video about how the divine masculine feels about the karmic, a lot of that information came out was in both of those energy reads. So I've been telling people to look at their charts and go and look at those energy reads, because it's certain things that are that's broken down in those videos that may not be broken down here, because the pull to break other things down is here at this time, right? So now we have sacrifice. Sacrifice is a number or a card of 7. What is the 7? 7 represents human. It represents us, self-reflection. So pay attention to the moon cycle. So here, this moon is literally a 3/4 moon going to bloom. So it's almost a full bloom. So here we have a negative energy because it's a feminine energy, right? But this feminine energy is suited up. So it's like they're preparing for battle. Basically, you have the karmic coming in here and letting the divine feminine know, I'm ready, suited up and booted up. They have their sword that they've been using to literally beat down the divine masculine. And I told you all yesterday when we did how the divine masculine views the the karmic, that the divine feminine knows about the karmic knows about the divine feminine. And once again, the confirmation is, if you look at this person, look at the face. One eye is illuminated. in the spiritual, and the other eye is in the physical. See? Two eyes, right? The light is shining down on one, because don't forget that the light represents enlightenment, and the other eye is in the physical. It's like it also shows the sign of like Odin, because you know Odin represents psychic insight, but Odin has that one physical eye, and the other eye is spiritual, because one eye is blue and one eye is red. Same difference. But this is the karmic telling you I'm ready. And then the thing about it was this card that came out was clarified by the Seven of Swords. Look at all these sevens and swords. Seven of Swords. Now with these cards, certain things are gonna stand out, and those are the things that I'm going to point out at this time. Those are the things that are relevant at that time, right? So the Seven of Swords talks about sneaky actions. It also talks about lying, stealing, cheating, whatever a person has to do, that's what they're doing. But in this image, they show a person that has broken this glass, right? And this person is running away. What is that? What is it? Throwing the rock and hiding your hand? Same thing. The karmic is telling the divine feminine, I'm throwing rocks, I'm throwing shades, I'm throwing hate, I'm throwing, spiritual daggers, swords. It doesn't matter. And you can't catch me. But look at the image of this card. This image of that person, they're black. Just like the same color that the karmic is suited in. Black, darkness, negativity, right? So this literally is the karmic's message to the divine feminines. You can't catch me, you can't beat me, you know what I mean? And don't forget that the karmic is walking around saying the world is theirs, right? But they don't see what's coming to them because they're playing so many mind tricks. And then the thing is 2, 4, 5. In the sky, in the air. This talks about the logic. You have 5 eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the 5? Change. See all, know all. That is going to bring change to the actions. So it's not just us that know. The divines know as well, right? Because everybody has a position to play. So let's break it down. I was trying to see what else I can see. I see a skeleton hand. I see a snake, and I see a rose inside of this this glass table. There is the rose next to this sword. There is the snake right there. And if you look right here, there's the skeleton hand. It's like she's trying to let out the snake. What is the snake? The snake, and there's a spider. There's a spider right there. I hope you can see it. Look right there. There's the spider. Spider. Spiders represent enemy. Because remember yesterday, or when we looked at how the divine masculine viewed the karmic, all of these dogs kept popping up, and I kept asking you all, what is the dog? Does the dog represent loyalty, or does the dog represent enemy? So you have a spider that represents enemy, right? You also have the snake that represents low energy. We talked about how the karmic is trying to lock away love of the divine masculine, and here that represents that rose. And then the skeleton. What are the injuries that have been created upon the body that literally the skin is like off, or what is being exposed down to its bone? Literally, right there, the skeleton hand. Look at this image. When I say it's a lot going on. And then even though in this image the karmic is running away after she breaks this glass to let out the snakes and all of those things, literally the bad things and the negative things that break free, everything that is good is really going to stay. Like, how can the rose get up and go through the glass? No. Everything that was preserved, Everything that was created at one point in time, the karmic is letting all the bad things out, the release of the bad. And then when they run away, you have a sword in each hand, the two of swords. You're literally running through the threshold of indecision. I don't know if I should have did that or not. But at the end of the day, a sacrifice, is it not? And 2 sevens make a 5. What is the 5? Change. Changes are coming. And when I was getting the cards and everything ready, the message that I heard was creation. So we are going to see what's going to be created. Right? So spirit for the 7 for the sacrifice and the 7 of swords. Why are they here together? What is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to know? The wheel of fortune. That these events are fated, or that sudden change is going to occur no matter what. What is under the bottom of the deck? 4 swords, recovery. Recovery. What is the recovery? The hanging up of a heartbreak, because that's the 3 of swords, in confusion. Don't forget we had a lot of gray. Here is the gray. The wall is gray. Wow. Someone is facing the Ace of Swords. What is the Ace of Swords? The Ace of Swords talks about divine truth. This person wears white over the head, right? What is the white? The white talks about the purity or the clarification of what? Facing the truth. That's the Ace of Swords, because the truth is built up or is created, because you have 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. The creation of purity or clarity towards divine truth. Your head is bowed. This talks about the shaming factor. So here we go. These 2 cards make a change, correct? The karmic being suited up and ready to go to do whatever sneaky actions they must to maintain the divine masculine, right? And remember I told you that this karmic is going to go all in at all costs. Literally, they're here telling you, I'm ready for battle. I'm ready. I hope you're not ready, because it would be so much easier, right? And don't forget that I told you these 2 cards make a change, correct? And in the clarifying, we got change, because the Wheel of Fortune is a card of 1. But the 4 of Swords is a card of 4. Together they make what? 5. What is the 5? 5 is change. See how that goes? So what's changing? Destiny towards recovery. Fated events towards recovery. Why though? Why? Because the karmic has committed false actions, false movements. They have literally sat here and planned against the divine feminine. That's why they are suited up and booted up. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. So that is the main message. That they're ready. That's why I have been telling you guys, build up and protect up. Because the karmic is coming in here ready to go. Protected up. They have an armor of darkness on. And a sword to fight with. I'm telling you. And then it's a feminine energy. They even got the boobs built into the suit. Look at the breasts. Ready. Ready to dress up the darkness. Y'all better get with it. Y'all better get with it. So now let's get into these energies. I'm ready. When I say I've been ready, I was ready since yesterday, but I was like, nah, I done got heated. I'm hot. Let me calm down and take a break so I won't be so drained. Because y'all, I'm talking about, it was serious over here yesterday. Yesterday I was hot. So let's get to it. And then we are going to leave the karmic out of the deck, because I want to see how everything falls back on the way in which they feel and the energies and the darkness. What else are you willing to sacrifice for the divine masculine? Spirit 4, the energies. How does the karmic view the divine feminine? What are the energies? What are the energies Family, happy family. They're not willing to sacrifice their family. You see how it goes back? My family is happy, which we know that's a lie, right? Another energy or focal point. You have 4 cards, but 3 energies. The woman holding her heart is here. I love him. I love them. Do you think they're willing to sacrifice their heart? Even though they may not have a heart, but they're going to dress it up because don't forget, suited and booted. Okay? Okay. And now we have temple path and the first chakra. They're coming in here telling us that it's a spiritual connection between them and the divine masculine. It is. You just got to know your stories and your storylines. When you talk about past lives, I said I was going to talk to you guys about this. I give you a little bit. If you know about storylines and you know about past lives, at one point in time when the divine masculine was with you, the divine feminine, this is the one who literally came in here and took the divine masculine away. Now, if we are in a lifetime now, this present moment, where it is our job to get the divine masculine back, but we have now reverted ourselves and just not focusing on the divine masculine. We are focusing on ourselves. That's that self-love. I've been telling y'all, self-love, self-love. That now your vibration has grown and has been raised so high that now it's not just your divine masculine that you are attracting. You are attracting multiple divine masculines. And some of you are telling me, oh, Leah, I've been fighting them off. Why? No. Every divine masculine that is going to come your way, they have something different to offer you. Some may come in here and say, well, I may not have a lot of money, or I may not can offer you a whole lot of stability, but I'm so super smart that we can find a way. That's one type. That's why I'm looking, you know what? I'm looking for a certain type of cards that when I say I've been looking for like the past week. I want to get the right cards so I can put images with the description of these divine masculines that are coming. You might have one that they might not look, up to par, but they have a sweetheart. And this divine masculine can offer you stability and happiness, but you're not too keen on their looks. It's different divine masculines that come in here and offer different things. Stop pushing these masculines away. I'm telling you. You have this one fighting for the one that you want, or the one that you two have shared, or whatever. Because when the divine masculine leaves you, it's over. So you have to stop. And some of you are meant to literally go out here and learn lessons from these other masculines. So when you get with your divine masculine, it comes together so much better. Anyway, let's get it, y'all. So let's look at the darkness. No, I don't want to look at the darkness. Let's look at what is the dark going on within these energies. Then we'll get the darkness surrounding them, okay? Spirit, for this happy family, what is the fear, the block, the hole, or the regret towards this happy family? How does the karmic view the divine masculine, the temple of my body? They come in here telling you about their children. I had kids for them. I'm pregnant. Literally. Or they're telling you, divine masculines, I'm the one who makes the family happy because I am that queen. It's just so many different ways. But don't forget, look at those moon cycles. State of confusion, baby. Don't worry. For the woman holding the heart, spirit, what is the fear, block, or hold, or the regret? How on the grounding. The perchance to dream. And I'm going to explain everything. Mm. And for the temple path and the first chakra, spirit, what is the fear, block, a hole, or regret? How does the karmic feel or view the divine feminine? Hiding one's true self. Yeah, because you're trying to tell us that it was a spiritual connection. No, it was a connection that you had in your past life, true indeed. But ain't nothing spiritual about it except for me and the divine feminine, divine masculine. That bond will never be as strong. See, you have to know these things. So let's look at the darkness. Spirit, what is the darkness surrounding the happy family and the temple of my body? We're gonna get to it today. That came out quick. Upside down. Focus is in reverse. No focus. No focus. No focus. No focus. What is the darkness surrounding a woman holding a heart towards this perchance the dream right there? Reminder. The divine feminines are that reminder. You cannot keep or have what you think is yours. What's the fear of darkness? Oh, what is the fear, block, hole, or regret surrounding the temple path towards the root? No beauty. The beauty is in reverse. No beauty. There is no connection that is stronger than the divine feminine and the divine masculine. I'm sorry. But the karmic is trying to tell us, yes, it is. But you hiding your true self. Oh, we gonna get to it. Y'all already know. So, spirit, what are the actions, the thoughts, and the emotions from the karmic towards the divine feminine, towards this happy family situation at this time? Right there. Four swords. Four of swords. Four swords. All in your head. The woman holding a heart. What is? There it is. They're coming out quick. How many we got? We have four. Four cards. You have the nine of swords. I'm worried. I bet you is. You better be. Y'all don't get me to talk and mess over here. With the queen of pentacles. Mm. Mm-hmm. The wheel is here. Mm-hmm. Our first major. And the four of wands. Now let me talk about the fours. When I got ready to shuffle the cards, because right now you have four. How many we got on the? You got one, two. You got two fours on the board, right? Listen, when I got, because you have the four swords and now you have the four wands. When I got ready to shuffle, I said, okay, Spirit, how many times do I need to shuffle these cards to get ready for this read, right? Spirit says four. And I say, oh boy, here comes the four. But Spirit say no, because the main message is creation, right? Because we are creating literally a story. So we can have it in our minds. You can literally picture everything in your minds when you get an understanding and make things understood. That's why I've been telling you to protect yourself and build up. So when you talk about the fours, what are the fours? The fours represent what is in the root of a situation. So it would literally be like the twin flame, right? What is going on in a situation or surrounding the current situation. Four also talks about what needs to be grounded or stabilized, brought down, settled down, okay? Four also serves as a number of restriction. Yeah. Kind of sort of like how this black suit is restricting the karmic that they think they can't be touched. Yeah, think. So come on. Spirit, what is the energy, thoughts, or actions of the karmic for the temple path towards the root that they're hiding themselves? You have two. You have the eight of wands. And you have strength. And I got to get to it because I can't wait. So, okay, let's close these out, right? Let's close these out. These two. And let's get to this first one. And now that we know that the karmic is suited up and booted up and testing your patience and testing yourself. Literally, they're coming in here asking you, oh, are you ready? Because I'm ready. We finna see how ready you think you is, Karmic. So let's get to the first. Sacrifice towards a happy family. Now listen, don't forget that the karmic towards the divine masculine, the karmic has applied all these restrictions. See, that's the fours. Towards the divine masculines, don't let this karmic come in here and apply restriction to you too, because you have more power than them. So here we have the karmic, let me get right, coming in here and telling us, oh, I sacrifice everything to make my family happy. I sacrifice to have this family. Who do you think you are? Right? So let's not forget, let me remind you that this happily family situation is also a what? Card of 4. Here we go. So now, when you look at it from a different perspective, is the family the restriction towards the sacrifice of this karmic? You might say, Leah, I don't care, but I'm just saying you need to know these things, right? So is the family really happy? We already know the answer to that, no, because we know you put on fronts. You just told us you was the queen of the world. And then they just told us you like to hide your true self. But we'll get to that later. So yeah, no, can't believe nothing they say. So let's look. What's going on? The temple of my body towards the happy family situation. This could be talking about some of these karmics being pregnant, right? But don't forget yesterday, or when we looked at how the masculine views the karmic, the karmic was offering blood, right? Here once again, they're swinging blood. What is the red? The red talks about blood, love, or defeat. So listen, the fours talk about what needs to be grounded, what needs to be stabilized, what needs to be settled, right? But 4 is also a number of restriction. The family situation. I told you with the how the masculines view the karmic that the police could be getting called. You just have to pray that the divine masculines don't get in any serious trouble. So, and then when you talk about restriction of a happy family, this could also talk about divorces. Okay? So now, we looking at the 2s, the temple of my body. But see, the thing about it is, the temple of my body is the dark, or the darkness going on within this family situation. So is the karmic telling us that they could be pregnant? Or is there some type of emotional problems, mental problem, if not a physical problem within their body? See? What are the 2s? The 2s talk about doorway, gateways, pairs, conversations, debating. The conversating is the talking. The debating is the fighting and the yelling. 2s also talk about where 2 becomes 1. They could be pregnant, some of them. So what is going on? Because in the temple of my body, you have this succubus literally swinging and dangling blood from their black fingernails. Literally. Let me get a little closer. So I feel like when I touch this card, that there is a secret being held from the divine masculine by the karmic. And then once again, it's a state of confusion of the mind because we have that half a moon. So it's something going on within the home. It's something going on within the foundation. It's something going on within the relationship. Because see, they're telling us that these 2 together make a 6. But don't forget that this is the darkness that's within the home situation. So when you talk about the mental and it's being a half a moon, there has been a plot or a plan of some type of surprise or some type of secret going on towards this family situation. You may be having divine masculines who have had children find out that those children are not theirs. When I say it's a lot going on, it's a lot going on. So next to the temple of my body, you have the darkness surrounding the two. No focus, no view, no focus. It's chaotic. Chaotic. Because if you don't have any focus, then therefore you can't hold attention. Correct? Right? No focus. No focus. Whether it be you not having eyes on the prize, or you not having a clear eye view. Yeah. Focus is off. And this is a card of 8. What is the 8? Spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations. There has been a change that has literally took the focus from being upright to switched around. Now, divine feminines, where this could be a problem for you, could be. I ain't saying it is. I'm saying could be. When you have a person that has their focus on one person or one situation, that's good. But if they ever take their mind off that one person or that one situation where they become unfocused, sooner or later they're going to have to focus on something else to get their aim or their focus back right. And in this image, this person, this is the feminine energy. They are shooting arrows. So when I say protect up and build up, I mean that. I'm not playing. Because this time is getting crucial. You got this karmic running around here with invisible swords, attacking the spiritual. Let alone attacking the divine masculine's mind and emotions. We talked about it. So what is the energy? What is the thoughts? What is the actions of this karmic? The 4 of swords. The 4 of swords. The 4 of swords. Now the first thing that I notice is you have this person in like a yoga position, a meditation position. Look at how they're sitting. Indian style and all of that. I don't put my feet up on my thigh like that. I'm just saying, 4 of swords. What is the 4 of swords? In this image, the karmic literally has a sword going through their top of their head. Look at the sword. 2 swords on the side. Those 2 swords on the side talk about the doorway, gateways, thresholds. And the Ace of Swords is divine truth of the mental, and what lays before them is also divine truth. But they don't see it. You know why? Because their eyes are closed. The recovery. Thinking about the recovery. It could be thinking about the recovery of getting their focus back right. See? So you just be careful. So you have 4s. I told you 4s. So together these 2 make a creation. The creation of the recovery of focus. But when the karmic focus is back, who is the focus going to be on? What is the focus going to be on? Because they're gaining what they need to know. That's the Ace of Swords up there. Or it could say that they know divine truth. They know who you are. I keep telling you. You better be prepared. What else I see? Anything else? In the stomach, there's an eye within the root or the emotion or the intellect chakra. There's an eye there going with their feelings. So how can they go with their feelings and you don't? You better get with it. So let's break down something. I want to break down this temple of my body. I don't want to look at your family situation. I want to try to figure out what's going on within the body. What's going on within the body situation. That's what I want to see. Spirit, clarify the temple of my body. I'm going to try not to make it so long. But I'm going to give it to you. clarify the temple of my body. Because the temple of my body is the card of 2. The same 2 that the worried towards the high priestess. I told you and I asked you, if you are not with your divine masculine at this time, you are the high priestess. The Empress talks about the marriage or the one who's committed or the one who is there. It just depends on your position. Now they're coming in here telling us about worry within the body for the high priestess, or worried in secret. See, it just depends. What is under the bottom of the deck? Offering, emotional offer, afraid or worried about that offer that they know is coming in to the divine feminine. See, Spirit clarify the 9 of swords with the high priestess, and the high priestess is also a 2. In case you did not know, you have a few. You have judgment, also a card of 2. 9 of coin. No, 9 of cups, my 9 of coin. I'm going to try to get it where y'all can see it and then back it up. 8 of swords. 2 of staff. Those threshold, baby. That threshold. I'm going to show you this threshold. Thresholds. When I keep talking about the 2s, doorway, gateways, 2s. The karmic is holding 2 swords in their hand. Those create the doorway, gateways, and the thresholds. The same as this. Look at these cards. Doorway, gateway, thresholds. Doorway, gateway, thresholds. Same thing. Same exact thing. So it talks about judgment, that final decision. Because don't forget, we got the offer. Judgment. Final decision. Judgment being offered towards happiness, right? Is leaving the karmic in a mental state of stuckness. That's the 8 of swords. Having the willpower to literally look at a face the stuckness. Willpower to face it. This is the divine truth in which they are receiving in their mental at this time. But see, when you talk about doorway, gateways, and thresholds, is the karmic going to go through the threshold? Like literally walk through the threshold? Or are they going to turn back? Because don't forget, this is a card of action. This is a card within the mental, honey. And together they make a 6. What is the 6? The 6 is the balance. The 6 of these 2 make a 6, the balance. If they go forward with their actions and their thoughts, it all goes back to being a balance for them. But right now, in the state of them being stuck and frozen and holding those swords and being mentally stuck, because this is the position that they're in, yeah, they're stuck. Because they're worried about that offer, the Page of Cups, coming in. So now they're literally trying to gain knowledge so they can move with either stopping it or blocking it. Doesn't matter. A block is a block, right? So focus. Their focus is off, but they are in a position that they are going to gain their focus. What is their focus being off? That's the worry, see? That's that worry. They're telling us who they're worried about. You. And in this position here, with your eyes closed, it's 2 cards that go with this. Same thing. Head bowed, eyes closed. Right? That's the 8 of swords. Same position. But the same action. Threshold, threshold. Y'all better get with it. And it's all about which way is judgment going to fall. What is going to be the final decision? Is decision of or the judgment for their happiness or for the divine feminine's happiness? Who gets judgment? See, the final decision. Who's going to get judgment? This is what they thinking. So now they have to create something else or another way or create another block. And they're thinking, because don't forget, their focus is off. And then their action or their logic or their emotions is the four swords. Four of swords talk about the mental what? The mental grounding, the mental stabilization. Yeah, but also that mental block, because four is a number of restriction, remember? And everything that they do, well, what they tell us or what they say is pertaining to their family. What are you willing to sacrifice for your family? See, I'm willing to sacrifice for mine. You better be ready, is what they're saying. I'm telling you, y'all better get with it. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story. That karmic was so bold, and that how I know that you deal in dark light or dark magic or the shadow side. I had went to go wash my truck one day, and this girl was just there. She was just there. And for some reason, usually I pull away from people. I ended up pulling to my favorite vacuum. This is crazy. Because my favorite vacuum is 7. And she was in 9. So I got out. I wasn't really paying her no attention, really. I was just doing, cleaning up behind the kids. When I get ready to back on my truck. I done got my truck washed. It's clean. Yeah, whatever. And she said, hey, how you doing today? I was like, hey, what's going on? That little minute conversation. Once I got in my truck and pulled off and pulled out of the car wash, Spirit said, you know who that was, right? And I was like, she seemed kind of familiar, but I don't know them. Spirit said, that's the karma. What? So you done came all the way over here in my territory and you ain't get booked up? Baby, when I say they bold, don't get it twisted. I said, Lord, this girl, her little world could have been so. But see, when I first seen her hair was up in a ponytail, right? And I never got to see her car. So I wouldn't know what she drove. And that was the last thing on my mind because, I'm building up my vibe today. I feel good today. I done gave my little truck a little bath. I'm good. Least expected. That's why when people tell you about the least expected, when you're not even thinking about it, that's when they show up. That's when things happen, right? So when I finally did see her face to face, the hair was down. She was so sweet. I like your truck. I wish I could get a new truck. Not knowing the whole time you plotting and planning for me to lose my truck. But see, this is before you knew who I was. Exactly. Y'all be careful. I'm telling you. When I tell you be careful, I mean that. And if I wasn't protected up, anything could have happened to me. Honestly, I tell you that. So let's go. So once again, we have these 4s. The woman holding the heart. The 4 in a 4 makes master number 44. And when we was looking at how the divine masculine looks at the karmic, it was a lot of master numbers. Here's some more master numbers. 44. What is the 44? The 44 turns into an 8. What is 8? Spiritual rebirths and rejuvenation. There has been a transformation within the woman holding the heart about this heart situation. And what is the transformation or the change? Perchance to dream, which is a card of 1. And when you talk about this perchance to dream, what is the perchance to dream? Someone here is holding someone else down to the ground until they literally fade away, until they literally out the picture, vanish, bye, gone. Look, the stronger energy of the 2 masculine energies is on top or standing over the weak masculine energy. And then you see that? Those are fingers literally fading away. And you see that? That is the head of the person on the bottom starting to fade away. Y'all better pay attention. I'm telling you. The one you, the one thought, the one journey. Someone is here trying to literally take your spot. down to the ground, literally hold you down or stay a block until you just go away. They'll give up someday. But together, these two cards make a 9. What is the 9? The universe, the divines, bringing forth your attention to the situation. I love them so much. I'll be with you forever. I'll stay even till your divine feminine fades away. See that? And then next to it, the reminder is here. What is the energy around the two? These two. What's going on? There's a reminder here. This is what's in the darkness. This is what surrounds the situation. This is what we don't see or what we don't know, but we know today. Reminder. There is something going on within the mental. Yeah, because it says don't forget in the middle of the card. Don't forget. Serving as a reminder. And this don't forget is engraved in concrete. What they say, oh, it's not written in stone. Yes, it is, girl. You better look. It's written in stone. That's concrete, baby. So it's something edged in the mind of the karmic that will not let them forget their position. Because see, all of these things that the karmic wants, like they want you to fade away, divine feminine, there's something there that they have learned that there's no going away. There's no fading away. I don't care if it's 2 lifetimes from now and I choose another divine masculine. That same divine masculine, that's mine. I get with them in another lifetime. There's nothing you can do about it. But the difference is if the divine say that this lifetime in the present moment is your time, then you don't have no choice but to get out the way. And I am that reminder. Y'all better get with it. Y'all better get with it. So now let's look and see what are the thoughts, actions, and the emotions of the karmic. Because there's a reminder here. And we may look into the reminder. So we got the 9 of Swords. Again, worry in the mind. 9 of Swords. The karmic is worried. And then the thing about it is, you have the Kundalini at the top over the karmic that is surrounded by the 9 of Swords, covered in low energy. Snakes, the same snakes that was in the 7 of Swords, the same spider is here. But listen, you have like 2 baby dolls. One of the baby dolls is up with a little mean face, and the other baby doll is laying beside the karmic with blood coming out of his eye like it's dead, okay? And outside of the swords, you have a typewriter, communication. Let's go. Let me see if I can get it. That is the Kundalini above the karmic's head. See that? This is the karmic here, surrounded by those swords. Now, let's look. Let me make sure I can show you. On the arm, let me see where she at. That's the snake on the arm. See that? That's the snake. Hold on, let me change my light so y'all can see it. I want you to see it. Look at all those spiders all over. Look at the spiders. Now look at the baby. That's a little mean baby doll right there. But right here is the baby doll with the blood coming out of his eye. 9 of Swords. When I say it's a lot going on, and there's the typewriter. Look at the typewriter right there. That's a typewriter, communication. And look how the Kundalini is shocking the head of the karmic. And I can't take it. Yeah. Show karma the best, sweetie. Now, next to the 9 of Swords, you have the Queen of Coin. Now, let me tell you about the Queen of Coin. The Queen of Coin talks about the divine feminine because the divine feminine is the queen that holds value. Yeah. Yeah. The queen of being grounded. The queen of being solid. This is the karmic worried about. Wasn't it just the 9 of Swords towards the high priest? The same thing. Same thing. Different cards. This is what's going on within the karmic. So let's look at the 9 of Coin. What do you see in the 9 of coin? I see a pumpkin. Pumpkins represent abundance. And if you've been journeying with me, you already know. The Queen of Coins is rooted. No, I see the feet. Wears a dress of a tree, like the tree of life. And in the head or over the head, there's a gold crown. Yeah. What else I see? Blueberries. And when I tell you about building up your energy, you know, a lot of you say, Lee, I don't have money to do this. I don't have money to do that. Hello. Simple things. When you go to the grocery store, make sure you eat your fruits and your vegetables. When you talk about building up energy, like apples, red berries, berries, strawberries, cherries, all those things help build up your energy. Hello. Come on, let's look. Here is the Queen of Coin. So you see the feet right there. So this is the tree that they wear. Like the tree of life. And then this is the head, but the crown is gold. There is the pumpkin and there is the blueberries. Look. Yeah. What else? I see an armadillo. And all the flowers are around. And I see, what is these? Lemons? Lemons growing on a tree. Lemon talks about cleansing. Yeah. So look at everything. That's the armadillo. Yeah. So, you know, they're worried towards the divine feminine. 9 of swords, sword, the Queen of coin. The wheel is here. Sudden changes, fated events are occurring. Yeah. The wheel is here. The only thing that I see repetitiously is the face. All these faces, one face. It's like the power, the wheel, the repeated cycle of the wheel. Look at all those faces. That's the main face you see, but when you look back here, look at all those faces. Repeated cycles. And then back here is a rainbow. What is the rainbow? The rainbow represents the covenant. We had that with the divine masculine and looking at the karmic. And then you have that all-seeing eye at the source, at the roof, at being like a projector, the wheel, right? 4 of Wands is here. 4 of Wands. When you talk about the 4 of Wands, what does the 4 talk about? What is in the root? What is in the situation? What is in the foundation? Now, a lot of you are used to the 4 of Wands showing like we keep saying 11. Yeah, that's that card. And in that card, you have a feminine and a masculine person in there. Here is no different. You have a feminine and a masculine energy, right? And then you still have like the pillars of the wands, and they're like holding hands, walking together. Look, they're holding hands here, but look at that. It's like a mushroom floating behind them. And what did I tell you about the mushrooms? I told you this in the how the divine masculine views the karmic. When you start talking about mushrooms, they mean magic. Like magical, spiritual, yeah. But I also told you about be careful when it comes to consuming them, because people can put those in your drinks and they make you hallucinate. I remember when I was in school about the mushrooms. They were drinking it and they was wigging out in class and stuff when I was in high school. So be careful. Warning, be careful. Yeah. So when you talk about the 4 of Wands, it talks about the grounding, the stabilization, or the restriction of 2. What are the 2s? Doorway, gateways. And these 2 people are getting ready to literally walk through a gateway or a doorway or a threshold, because look at the 2. You have to cross through 2 first before you can even get in the middle. It could talk about what's going on within the foundation. See? So it says that the karmic is worried about the divine feminine. The will is coming in here to change and make sudden changes towards the 4 of wands. what is going on within the foundation, what is surrounding the situation pertaining to two people, a masculine and a feminine. This could be the foundation of the karmic's home with the divine masculine, or the situation with the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together, because what's going to stop the wheel? Nothing. Nothing. So, yeah, you should be worried. It's like actions is taking place that are uncontrollable. So when you say perchance the dream, karmic, you trying to give heart or life to this situation, because you want to hold down the feminine to the feminine leads, but in the turnaround, that's this right here. In the turnaround, the wheel, you know that it'll never be that the divine feminine is going to be the one that does not win this game, or this, race, or the purpose, divine purpose. That is the reminder. And you just constantly telling us you're worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. Stay worried. I'm just happy that I'm not, the shoe is not on the other foot, and y'all should be happy too, because they're mental. So when you say, what is the sacrifice? What are they sacrificing to be the woman holding the coin, or the feminine holding the coin? What are they sacrificing? What are they sacrificing? Themselves, literally getting out of the way, and they know that they don't have no choice but to leave, because the divine purpose is in here. Towards the 4 wands. That's how that goes. I don't want the shoe to be on the other foot, honestly. So let's go. We got one more. With them hiding them true selves. And them trying to tell us that the union between the karmic and the divine masculine is destiny. Okay. Yeah, it's destiny. Because everybody must serve their purpose. But here's the creation. The creation of that spiritual connection, and what's in the root. Yeah, what is in the root? The spiritual connection that is in the root, but it's false. Because the spiritual, or the connection between the karmic and the masculine, will never be the same as the divine feminine and the divine masculine. It'll never be. That's why I say I don't want the shoe to be on the other foot, and I don't. And these 2 cards make a 2. What are the 2s? The pairs. 1, 2. You have 2 pairs. You have 1 pair with 2 cards. The pairs, the doorway, the gateways. Yeah, the thresholds. The same thresholds up here that you walk through when you have a divine union. That's why the yin and the yang is there. It also talks about the communication factors of conversating and debating. 2s becoming 1. Yeah, it's a lot. So they're trying to tell us that their connection is the divine's spiritual connection. But we know that's false. And they know that's false. Because if it was so spiritual and so divine, why would you be hiding your true self? Ooh. Why? Karmic. Why would you be hiding your true self? And then here, once again, you in a state of confusion. Half a moon right there. So when you look at this card, it's a card of 5. What is the 5? The 5 is change. Changes. Now you have the whole karmic self right here. And then you have the weak side of that karmic leaving. So when you talk about the red, what is the red? The red talks about blood, love, or defeat. So no one is bleeding here. So it talks about love or defeat. This is the love side of the karmic facing you, right? But the weak side is walking away from the love side. But where is this weak side going? To nothing nice, to nothing beautiful. Because you have beauty in reverse. They are going over here to try to find the beauty. Right? In the connection, in the root. But you can only get out what you put in. and you have not put in anything but mental restrictions and pull heartstrings or emotions. So therefore, you are going to reflect back everything in which you have given. And it has been nothing nice. Nothing nice. So this is a card of 4. Child, what is the 4s? The grounding or the stabilization of. Yeah. Or 4s is also known as restrictions. The restriction of anything beautiful. They are literally suffering. And who keeps going back over here to this not so beautiful energy? The weak side of them. Because they're steady going, running over here to the darkness, running over here to the depression. They run into the, weakness of them facing them true selves. This is literally their mirror. And together, these 2 cards make a 9. What is the 9? The universe. This is meant. You constantly keep running back to like emptiness, hoping for one day that you can find a grain of rice or a grain of salt or a grain of sugar in an empty place because you're hungry, you're starving, you're full of darkness. Who fault? Everything that you have given into the masculine, all the attempts or the attacks that you have tried or you have succeeded towards the divine masculines, all you have did was take a beautiful thing. And only all you had to do was serve your part. But you have became bitter and wicked and evil and dark. That now as you hack away and you do your spells and you play with your witchcraft and you play in the darkness, you have turned that once beautiful thing inside out, upside down. That is the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, the left and the right, the up and the down. And now you have taken something so beautiful and flipped it upside down that there's literally nothing good for you. Even if your weak side was to turn around to face your loving side, your sweet side, and you decided to go as your whole self back over here, still yet it'll never be turned upside down, turned upright, because you have damaged this. And that's what we've learned over the course of these couple of days about learning about these karmics. This is their karma. That's why I told you in the divine masculine verse and looking at the karmic, they are going to be alone. They are going to suffer. Confirmation that this is going to happen. Look at the rose upside down. And don't forget, in the beginning of the 7 of Swords, we had a rose in the glass. And I asked you, how could the rose get out? There's no escaping for them. When I say you better be happy that the shoe is not on the other foot, I mean that. I mean that. You are going to be they are going to be in a situation where even if they have children, the children are going to be that price to pay. Hell, they're going to be alone. If they have not married, they're trying to force these karmics, the masculines to marry them. They'll never marry. They're going to literally be miserable. Do you know how much surrender, releasing, and purifying and whew, they even attempt to even get this rose in limbo? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. I mean it. This rose will never be flipped upright unless the divine say so. I'm telling you, because this is a situation of time. The universe is in here running this. And now they're telling us you're trying to hide your true self. There's no hiding. All of the actions and the thoughts have been committed. Face up. You just told us you was the queen of your world. Well, go ahead, queen of your world. Yeah. So let's look at the thoughts or the actions of what's going on. The Eight of Wands is here. The Eight of Wands talks about communication or something moving rather quickly. Yeah, the Eight of Wands. And then the thing is, there's a mountain or a pyramid. And it's like these Eight of Wands, they once were in the sky, but now they're returning back to home base. Look, see how they're returning back? This is like a little jet rocket. And it's like they're either returning back to the starting spot, or they're getting ready, or they've just been fired. But I don't think they've been fired because I don't see no smoke. They're returning back home. Look at that big old full moon. And when I talk about the pyramid, look at that. Up there, and then you got one down here. One on the ground, one in the air. The grounding of wisdom. The logic of wisdom. Communication. Full moon. A lot of you need to start looking for communication during the full moon. And what is with this Eight of Wands is the strength. Another 8. Transformation. Here you have a feminine energy walking with two lions that have all the strength. Look at the mouth. Look at the face. So this, I hear a spirit say, divine feminine, you can be weak or you can be not as strong here, but it's okay because you have your strength in your left hand and your right hand. Okay? Communication coming towards the strength of the divine feminine. This is the realization of that we'll never compare. You want to run and hide your true self, and I'm walking with strength in my left and my right. Not even on my bad day, you can touch me. That's what that says. I'm telling you. The communication is coming towards the divine feminine. You have two golden eyes. Two golden eyes. All-seeing eyes. And then at the end of the day, when I say rock your crown, I mean rock it. Even here, that crown is upon your head. You do what you got to do, okay? Protect up, build up, and don't stop. If there are any situations where you feel like you're being touched, then that means you're either not powered up enough or you're not protected up enough. Do just that. You say, Leah, I don't have money to do this. I don't have money to do that. You better go, when you go to the grocery store, I don't care if you got to take $2. If it was me, you know what I would do with them $2? I would literally go get a handful of grapes, right? And I would literally go get an apple. That's how you build up. Exercising, running around your house, dancing while you cleaning up. You don't just sweat because you tired and you run around. That is that build up of energy finding a way out of your body. Yeah. Stay protected. Stay up. If you need to talk to me, I talk back. But until then, you do what you got to do, okay? Take care, build up, protect up.